Hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 21 of the app breakdown. This is the last of the year because by the time I'm recording this, it's the 31st of December. So happy New Year, happy late New Year. And today we're taking a look at housewarming. Now, what is housewarming, you might ask? And it's basically one of the many attempts on the App Store in the consumer social club of building a social network that is made for close friends. And so it has all the general things you might expect from it, from photos to personalized profiles to notes, a lot of reminiscing from old social patterns like poking and writing on people's walls on Facebook and stuff like that. So I'm excited to take a look at it. I have seen it on someone else's phone, but I have never used it on my phone actually. So this is going to be a first. All right, let's open housewarming here. Clean design. Okay, blur it here. And let's go. My phone number. Nothing too fancy, just clean. It's a very interesting font decision. Okay, they ask for my full name, username. Okay, very cool that they suggest a username by default. Would be even better if they suggested one that's valid, because my name has the weird characters. Let's see if this is available. It is. Boom. And there's a little indication there to use your... Oh, nice. So I think you can hear this now. They have a lapse style beginning. Other apps have done this before, like Paparazzi, like Capture by Amo, RIP, and like many other apps have these cool beginnings to just show you what kind of content you're supposed to post on the app and just give you a fresh feeling. Okay, join your friends, contact. Okay, so this is another case similar to Opal. This is another case where the only thing they're doing here is asking for my contacts. Why? Because they need to be able to link people up to actually accept and propose friend requests. But they do it in a very fun way. It's just pictures of friends. It's non-threatening at all. It just feels like something cozy. So let's click here, find friends and accept. Okay, and allow contacts. And then again, here, prompt for notifications, back to back. Let's allow notifications today. Okay, and see, this is interesting. So because I accepted contacts, between these two screens, they went through my contacts and saw, okay, which of these people actually already have accounts. And straight away, I have Philippa here. And you can see her profile here. And I'm guessing you can swipe like Tinder style. Okay, yeah, so it's requested and I can see what the other one is. But very cool. So basically, you're not even out of the onboarding and you already have friends on the app. This is the ideal scenario for any social app. So let's accept this invite. Oh, and we have the classic invite 3 friends paywall. If Apple sees this, the app is going to be removed from the App Store. But basically what they're doing here is basically they are forcing you to invite 3 people to come on the app. Now, why would any app do this? And this is going to lead me into a bit of a rant here. The whole point of a social app is to grow, and growth is determined by the K factor very often. And the K factor basically just means for any user that onboards, how many users do they bring with them? So basically, if you ever reach a K factor above 1, your app is just going to keep growing. It's not as linear as this, but in the sense, this is what it means. And growth is, of course, exponential because every new user will bring 1.1 and therefore it's an exponential curve. But why 3? Why not just 1? Why not 5? And the reason for that comes down to conversion metrics. So for example, let's say that every user that sees this screen, like half of them drop, you're already seeing less than half of the people coming through the app. Then let's assume that they actually invite 3 people. This is invites, it's not conversions. Assuming a conversion rate of like 30%, which is fairly high, only one of these people would join. And so there would be a K factor of 1, but because you already lost half of the people up until this point on the onboarding, because you had a 50% churn in this example, your K factor is only going to be 0.5, even though someone invited 3 friends and only one of them accepted. And so these are the kind of math you have to do if you want to ensure a K factor above 1 straight on the onboarding, which is exceptionally hard to do. So just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to invite 3 other friends here. Cool. Okay, so we have here the 3 people that I invited. Filipa, Craigslist agent, and Maninha. We're gonna go text invite. Okay, no, we need to hit continue at the bottom right. Now let's set up your housewarming space. Okay, choose your main character pick. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm gonna choose a photo from one of the last episodes. Very cool. So they do just the cutout here and just becomes your profile picture, but glorified. So it's a glorified version of a profile picture, a more fun one. Let's go. When's your birthday? We're gonna go with the 12/12, like this. Okay, let's get to know you. What do you like to do? Things you love. New York City based, Nick's Farm, Matcha Addict, vintage firms, and film cameras. Okay, this just reminded me of something else, which is placeholder copy might seem that it's just there for when people haven't typed anything. But truth is, people don't know what to type. And so if I had to guess, I would guess that like more than 80% actually of the people who go through this onboarding come to this step and actually write things similar to what they have here. Simply because you're in a new app, you don't really know what the expectation is. You don't really know what you're supposed to do there. And therefore, you're just going to write whatever they give you as prompt. So let's go internet-based designer, YouTube enthusiasts. Boom, continue. Okay, these animations here or these transitions from one page to the other, let's see if we can see that again. It feels like they try to be somewhat nice and clever, but they don't really achieve it because the logo doesn't really stay on the frame. It kind of flashes, and then there's a lot of things moving up and down in non-choreographical way. But anyway, just need some polish. Shows a few of these moments. Don't think too hard, whatever fits the vibe. It's an interesting approach that they're taking here, where instead of taking you to an empty profile and for you to fill it up, they want you to do everything that you need to do to be successful within the app on the onboarding. So if you don't even want to do these things, you're basically not welcome on the app, or they're just not going to let you go through. So let's choose just 4 photos here. Okay, the blurred thing, allow access. And I'm just going to select a few photos here quickly. Okay, so now I've added 4 photos here of just my gallery, random things. Let's hit continue. Let's see if there are any more steps on the onboarding. This is a rather long one. Oh, very cool animation here. So you're here, and then it has what I'm assuming is moments around me. And I'm gonna say start capturing moments. Allow, accept the camera. Okay, so you can see me here recording. You can see the camera over there. Let's take a quick picture here. Boom. Okay, this was kind of, oh, because it was taking a video. I didn't really understand what kind of media it was taking because it took a while for the shader to come up or the gradient to come up. Let's do recording. And notice how the CTA here, this is a detail but an important one. Notice how the CTA here is not post or share to feed or something like this. It's sent to friends. So it feels close. Remember, the whole point of the app is to be like close to people. So let's hit send to friends. Processing moment. Okay, so we're in some kind of feed. Final touches. I'm not sure what's actually happening here. It's probably just loading, but they have a smart way of loading. And we're in the feed. We see a recording. If we go down, we basically reach the end. So we have to find new friends and there's nothing else to see. Whoa. Okay, now it's just find friends. I think I've hit some kind of bug. Let's just stop to analyze the UI that we have so far. So we have what I'm assuming is my profile on the top left. A bit disappointed that they're not using the cutout thing and they're just using the full image in a circle. We have a button to add friends, and we have on the right what should be like notifications or favorites, something like that. Then at the bottom we have home, we have the camera in the middle, and on the right we have something that I don't know what it is. So let's hit first what they want me to hit first, which is the little heart on the top right. It's badged. Join now, check their starter pack. It's a bit weird that they say myself join now, but it's just a copy question. check out their starter pack. Okay, I don't know what the starter pack is. Let's see. Okay, nothing is happening, so I'm tapping the notification. Okay, that's a shame. Let's try to do it again. Nope, nothing. Okay, so let's click on my profile. Okay, this is very cool. This is very cool. So my profile here, I have 5 moments. I'm assuming these are the four images I've selected, plus the one I've chosen as my profile picture. We have 0 friends. We have, what is this? Some kind of notes. Let's tap on the notes. It's a bulletin board. So you can probably leave notes on other people's profiles, just like on Facebook, you used to be able to write on other people's walls. Okay, this is very cool. Let's come back to it a bit later. Here we have the moments. Okay, let's hit love, and then they're gonna prompt me. Oh, they did not. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, we have here all the moments. And what you can do on a moment is react with any of these things. Oh, and you have a comment. This comment button is not really obvious. It's on the bottom right. So let's hit fire emoji, eyes, laugh, heart. Let's spam them. Okay, the spamming interaction is not the best. And let's leave a comment. Yo. Okay, very simple comments panel. Reminds me of a bit of retro, although retro is a bit more polished than this one. Okay, let's go back to the profile and see the center piece here, which I think is very interesting. So I only uploaded the center photo, and then I uploaded the other moments. And I'm guessing they had some kind of AI go through the image, recognize what was in it, and then pull basically objects from those images and just paste them on my profile. And it's very cool because with basically no work, I have a profile that looks kind of cool with interesting cutouts that actually relate to me. I don't know where they pulled the Rick Rubin's book, but I actually have it, so it fits. We can also, on the bottom right here, add a song. Let's try adding a song. Popular, we're gonna go with this. Fits my profile perfectly. Okay, now it's there. I can hit play. No, let's try hitting play. Yeah. And I'm guessing when you go to someone's profile, just the music just starts playing. I think MySpace, no, either MySpace or Tumblr used to have this feature of the music on the profile. And also ID by Amo. We also did something similar here. All right, let's try to edit my board here. Okay, if I tap on the top right, there's edit account. So it shouldn't be here. Let's try long pressing. No, let's try tapping one of them. Nope. Oh, it says customize on the left. Okay, customize. Cool, so tap to select assets, drag and drop, add text, save. Okay, so we go basically into this like full editor view. So you can select a cool wallpaper. They have some presets here. Let's go with this one, matches the vibe of this video. We can also use a photo. This is background. Something that I've noticed, I'm gonna go back here. Something that I've noticed is that they do these kinds of like translucent panels. Like in this case, there's a half sheet and the half sheet is kind of translucent, and then there's the handle. I'm not the biggest fan, but I see what they were trying to do here. Okay, let's try adding some text. Yo, yes, I know, I'm very original. Okay, where's the text? It disappeared, shit. Let's try doing that again. Yo, we have a text editor here. We could go a lot more in depth in this. It feels like it was based out of the one in Instagram. Instagram has a very similar style. Let's hit done. So we have yo here. Oh, and we have the other one here. Let's leave it. We have song, image, and file. Let's click file. Oh no, pages. So we can create new pages. So you can basically create like new mood boards. You're not restricted to one. That's very cool. Let's add a new one just to see how the navigation works. We're not going to add any images. Let's just hit 2. Okay, next. Tally your page. Page 2. Add to profile. Okay, so basically every time we create a page, it lives on the main page as its own like little entry. Let's hit save and see what the navigation looks like. So we have page 2, I'm not sure you can see it, but as a preview of what the page is, there's a little 2 there. And if I tap it, just comes from the middle and we're on the page itself now. Okay, They took some heavy inspiration from ID here on this entire section of ID by Amo. Okay, let's go into the bulletin board to see how it actually works. So click to leave a note, pick or song. Okay, let's try note. I like the little textures here. Click post. So I've just posted the bulletin board on my profile, and you can see here that it says who left the note, and you can comment on each note that appears. Interesting. Okay. So here there's nothing else. We have the camera, and we have not explored yet the page on the bottom right that is badged right now. So let's go into there. Okay. Hi Jose, I'm Atlas. Ask me anything about your social circle, like what your friends are into and what to give them for their birthday. Okay, so this is basically an AI for friends. I'm not sure how this would work well, but let's try it. There's also a reveal starter pack thing. Okay, so this is the starter pack. This is what I was supposed to see when I tapped on notification, but nothing happened. I made you a starter pack. I've noticed that you're a person who builds things, whether it's content, setups, or experiences, and you do it all with a chill, creative energy, maybe a profile picture. Okay, actually something that they've really nailed is the context extraction from just these few images. I think they've really nailed that. And now here, since I don't have friends, I'm not sure what I would ask from this AI, which in general just makes me a bit wary of how many people are actually going to get value from this AI, since the requirements to get value from it are to have a lot of friends on the platform and for those friends to post a lot. So basically there's a very high barrier of entry to get value from this AI. I don't even know what to ask it. When is my next friend birthday? Okay, it's probably not gonna know anything because I don't have friends here, but let's see what it answers. You don't have any friends added yet. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But I've actually gotten an invite. I got an invite from Felipa before starting the recording. So let's tap the invite and see what happens. Okay, it just opened the App Store. So their invite flow is broken. This is something that is very hard to do actually, but it's crucial because if they did their invite system properly, right now I would already have one friend on the app, a friend that has content for me to see, but because they're not linking the invites properly, it's just not working. For example, on the onboarding where it said, Philippe was already on the app, send her a friend request, what it should have said is accept her friend request because she had already sent me an invite. So they should convert the invites into friend requests so that the moment I come on the app, I don't actually have to accept anything and I just have friends by default. And it's these kinds of little touches in the friending systems that make a lot of difference in what actually converts and what doesn't. Let's tap on add friends, see what it looks like. We have invite friends. We have my photos here. They're really using them everywhere on every page. We just have 3 buttons here to basically indicate that you should add 3 friends. It's interesting that they do not have the friends that I've already invited here. They probably should add that so that I have at least a notion that I've already invited these people. But anyway, let's take a closer look at their camera. So this is a lapse style UI where the camera sits above and there's just a little cutout and all the UI is at the bottom. Okay, so we have flash, we have the 1x, 2x, and 0.5x. We have the switching of the camera and nothing else. So let's take here a new moment. Cool, and send to friends. And now this is going to be on the feed. Cool. All right. So I think we're going to end it here actually, because this app basically Housewarming is what a lot of close friend apps try to be in terms of content. Basically, when you want to do something that is a social media for close friends, you need to have a lot of different features. You need to have a camera, a way to post, a profile, all of that. But then you kind of fall in this scenario of, okay, this is for everyone, but who's it really for? And it's a common saying that when you're building for everyone, you're not really building for anyone. And they do use all of the tricks that you see on consumer social, like the gated onboarding and the long onboarding to actually give value. the profile building instead of an empty state. They do a lot of these things very right. And I think in terms of design, the center of the show is clearly the profile. But all in all, it's one of those apps that are very cool from a design perspective. And I'm very glad that I go through it personally. But I don't know with who or why I would use it over the existing apps. It's one of the most difficult things to do, is to try to make an app in this field and with this goal. So yeah, this was episode 21 of the app breakdown. We have seen an exceptional profile empty state. We have seen a cool comeback of bulletin boards. We have seen profile as the star of the show, a very targeted AI with a very high barrier of entry. And we have seen an extremely complete onboarding setup and a way to lock people on the onboarding if they don't increase your K factor. So this has been episode 21. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.